Hugh says, who were your best mentors as a player? I had a guy called Mark O'Neill when I was at Middlesex. He was the batting coach there. He's a guy from Sydney. He's a fantastic batting coach and someone who had a big impact on my career. He was a really good technical coach. I learned so much about batting technique from him. I was really raw with my technique before I met him, but he also was just a good guy who sort of looked out for me as another Aussie over in England. So he was a really important person. He wasn't as such a mentor, like he was a coach, and he looked out for me. So I really appreciate him. And then this is why I say I'm trying to be the mentor I wish I had, because I didn't have a lot of mentors. I had mates. I had sort of some great teammates. Chris Rogers has become a great friend over the last 10 or 12 years since we played together. He's the coach of Victoria. He's a bit of a mentor now, but we're mates. We share ideas. He tells me what's happening in his world as a professional coach. I talk about what's happening in my world as working with amateurs and professionals. But yeah, who were the best mentors as a player is a really tough one, because I grew up in Alice Springs. I then moved to Perth when I was 18. I then went and played up in Darwin for 2 seasons and back and forth with Perth and Darwin. I then went to the UK and I had 6 seasons in the UK, I think. I was a pro for 3 of those seasons. And in that time, I didn't really have anyone consistent. I was all on my own. And that's what drives me, is that I really do think if I had someone who was in Australia, in the UK, I could just pick up the phone and say, hey, I feel like shit. I'm struggling. What do you recommend? What should I do? What should I focus on? Like 2 calls I had today, one with a young sort of 21-year-old professional, one with Jake Weatherald, who is potentially the next Australian opener. We're just trying to help them get a bit of clarity about what they were thinking about. They're both playing T20 cricket at the moment. They're just asking questions around, what should my game plan be? How do I adapt between a good wicket to a slower wicket? And that's just the conversations I really wish I was able to have, because I was just figuring stuff out on my own. And that's why I genuinely say that I'm trying to be the mentor I wish I had. So, Hugh, I don't know if I've answered that question. I really didn't have many mentors, and that's why I think I was inconsistent as a player. I think that when I played well and at my best, my A game was as good as anyone, really, but I wasn't able to get to my best very consistently. I was very inconsistent. And to me, what I've learned over the years of mentoring ever since my professional career is that the best players are the most consistent. It's not about how good you can be in one moment or one game. It's how good you can be over a long period of time, and that's consistency. And that's what I wasn't. So, I think having a mentor, having good people around you to guide you was so, so important.